Hello everyone, this is Gerald Reynolds in Portland, Oregon, United States of America. 8 years ago today, we were attacked by really almost unknown assailants. There were Muslim extremists, I'm sure, that actually did hijack planes and crash them into the building. The first one at least. However, the second plane didn't seem like an airliner, did it, Mr. Biscuit? This is Mr. Biscuit, my main kitty. It didn't seem like an airliner. It looks more like a military plane if you've seen a lot of the videos that have been out. Regardless of that, I'm sorry. I don't want to start controversy. See you later. I wanted to make this video in remembrance, and with the greatest respect and admiration for the firefighters, the policemen, all of the first responders, and the many, many hundreds of civilians who gave their life, energy, and time, and who knows what else, to help bring New York back to some semblance of reality, to some semblance of rationality, to a place where Americans can look at each other and not be suspect immediately because of George Bush's lies, innuendos, the building up the Iraqi war. Yes, I think he allowed September 11th attack to happen. I believe that him and Rumsfeld and Baker and Cheney got together, I really do, and allowed this action. For the past year, there were 67 incidents of aircraft infringement on military or whatever, for different reasons that needed to be addressed by the military. And in each of the 67 instances, within minutes, there was an escort of a military fighter finding out what the heck is going on with this plane, including the plane that flew and fell down with Payne Stewart in it. Now, why does that happen? Why is it that we can jump to that so quickly? And yet on September 11th, 4 planes that are hijacked, we know they're hijacked, nobody can talk to them anymore. Cheney's got control of air defense at that moment. Does anything go up in the sky and look for these planes? No. Why is that? What happened? We need to know that. Until we do, we can't really give a good accounting to the people that have died and to their families.
And in Shanksville, Pennsylvania,
we are unable to grieve because we know the perpetrators are still out there. Okay, I'm a human being. I feel they should be punished. Excuse me. And I do feel that Bush and Cheney and Rumsfeld had something to do with allowing this shit to happen so they could blame it on Iraq and Saddam Hussein because his daddy got a black eye and he's pissed and he wants the oil and blah, 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 whatever stupid-ass reasons he comes up with in his own fucking head, and has turned our country and its people against each other for a war. For war. Because he wanted to send our young men and women over to other countries and be killed for his own selfish reasons. This is the legacy you have, George W. Bush. You're a murderer, a genocidal maniac, megalomaniac, and you should be prosecuted and jailed for the rest of your life in the population area of San Quentin or Leavenworth. Yeah, Leavenworth would be a good one. In population, put you there, George. Yeah. Remember what your mom said at the Super Bowl? The Astrodome, I mean, on the Katrina thing? Well, some of these folks never had it so good. just goes to show you where you come from, George. But I still mourn everybody that was killed on 9/11. I wish it hadn't happened, but it needs to be addressed properly. Even NIST now doesn't. They don't even support their own report. The so-called 9/11 Commission, they don't even support their own report. There's something wrong with those pictures, you know. Well, get on the ball. And this is for the victims because they've done nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. And then I watched this report about how they were vilifying the widows and stuff. I bet there were some widows that they're firemen that left their wives and went to these new rich widows. Well, that's human nature. But what about all those civilians out there that had nothing to do with any of that kind of crap? Huh? Well, let's report on them, how they're not getting their money and they're not getting any help and they're being treated like crap. Domestic partners are being treated like fifth-class citizens and dogs and horses instead of rightful heirs. That's where your real grief is. That's where the real reparations can come from. The real healing can come from is to do the right thing, first of all. Anyway, I wish everybody the best of luck. And I'm going to give you a moment of harmonica instead of silence. Good afternoon, everybody. Here it is, 9/11/09. We'll be seeing you. Good night.